Do you ever just lie awake at night thinking, man, I wish I bought all the Bitcoins? I learned about Bitcoin when it was $20 and did some thorough research in it and then didn't buy it because of its fundamentals. Man, am I regretting it. For every $20 I could have bought a Bitcoin for, it's now worth 145,000 Canadian dollars. Idiot! But I've changed my mind about crypto. See, now that the Bitcoins are worth so much per Bitcoin, it makes sense to buy high. But maybe I didn't miss the boat because there's literally tens of thousands of other cryptos that are the same thing as Bitcoin, but they even have maybe better social validation. Now, the odd time I listen to one of the crypto philosophers that talk about what is money, what is value. There's no such thing as intrinsic value. It's about social value. But if the crypto philosophers are right and it's based on social value, then there's other cryptos that probably are more valuable than Bitcoin out there. Tuah Coin hit a market cap of $500 million. Fartcoin, fart is a really fun word to say. Everybody likes saying it and they giggle when they say it. It has a market cap of $1 billion. Now things like Dogecoin, which they spelled D-O-G-E, so they switched it to Doge, even though they made it with a picture of a dog. It's supposed to be a joke of the cryptocurrency world. Well, see, Dogecoin has a market cap of twice as much as all of the silver miners on planet Earth combined. But there's a problem with Dogecoin though. There's cat people too. That's not what you'd want to invest in. You'd want something that would be more inclusive. Now, something like Fartcoin, for instance, everybody farts, but some people fart more than others. But everybody kind of laughs when they hear the word fart, and it's only at $1 billion market cap. My idea, unfortunately somebody stole it already, was to make a coin called Buttcoin, because everybody has a butt. Now again, this coin was made already. For some reason it didn't take off. It only has a $350,000 market cap or something like this. That's nothing. Maybe it's funner to say fart than butt is why it took off and it has more social cred. Now, both Fartcoin and Buttcoin are the same things, but some have more social validation and social valuation than others. Now, I also think that some of these are going to overtake Bitcoin because not everybody has a bit and everybody has a butt. So I had to learn this as an entrepreneur. It's not about giving people what they need. It's about giving the market what they want. What is this market? What does the market want? Have you ever heard that saying, the market is always right? Well, the market is people, and the people have intellectual disabilities. So Fartcoin and Bitcoin have the same intrinsic value as each other. It's just one has more social validation because of price, and the other one has more social validation because of IQ, or this way. But although someone stole my idea about Buttcoin, which predates a fart, because first you need a butt before you can have a fart. But what I was gonna do is offer everything that the market wants, all in the same token. So hear me out. Now it's like Bitcoin, but it's actually butt, because most people have a butt and nobody really has a bit. Now the logo of Buttcoin would be a picture of a gold coin with a B on it, but sideways with a butt. Now when you buy a Buttcoin, you also get the added benefit. We're going to attach the Buttcoin number to a digital Pokemon card so that at any time you can tell your friends that you were smart enough to buy a Buttcoin and you have collected all the Pokemons. Now, they won't be physical Pokemons or pictures that you can hang up on your wall. It'll be a digitally generated Pokemon card. But wait, there's more. With every purchase of a Buttcoin, you get an AI-generated tulip bulb that gets planted and will grow into an AI-generated Beanie Baby. Now, I think this would cover everything that the market is after and has true valuation. It has NFT, non-fungible tokens, which are digital JPEGs. You can show all your friends how smart you are by showing them your digital Pokemon card, and a little AI-generated video of a tulip bulb growing into a cute little Beanie Baby. Now that's going to have more social valuation than Bitcoin or Fartcoin. Now it's completely free or almost free for me to make a second Bitcoin that we could call Buttcoin. We'll put 21 million of them. It'll have mining capability, so you have to spend electricity where you can actually mine a Buttcoin. And as the creator of Buttcoin, I will hold back 1 million Buttcoins out of the 21 million, like Satoshi Nakamoto still has about 1 million Bitcoins. Now you're going to want to get in early of the Buttcoin So what you do is you buy a Buttcoin and then you figure out what color Lambo that you want. Now I have to be very careful that I don't retain too many Buttcoins or buy too many Buttcoins, because then it wouldn't have the social valuation that they say crypto does, because then I'd be stuck with all of the Buttcoins. So people like Michael Saylor, for instance, who borrows money to buy Bitcoin, so Bitcoin price go up. So when Bitcoin price go up, he borrows more money to buy more Bitcoin. But he has to be very careful that he doesn't buy too many Bitcoins, because if he ends up owning all of the Bitcoins and buys the last remaining Bitcoins for $100 trillion a Bitcoin, there's no more social valuation to it. And somebody will just come along and create the exact same thing as Bitcoin, but call it Bitcoin 2.0. But nobody could create a Buttcoin. If somebody didn't steal my idea and I created a Buttcoin that had a picture of a butt and a Pokemon and a tulip bulb with a Beanie Baby, nobody could recreate that. It's one of a kind. So people like Michael Saylor just has to be careful. It wouldn't be owning all of the Bitcoins, it would be a certain percentage. So let's say he owned $100 million, billion, trillion he borrowed and bought Bitcoins, and each Bitcoin was worth $100 million, trillion. But he owned 50%, 30%, 25%. Everybody's just going to switch to Fartcoin because it's the same thing. And same, I'm sure somebody is a big hodler of Fartcoins out there, so they're going to get super, super rich, but they can't own too much. See, in a Ponzi scheme, you need lots of participants, so you can't own them all. Now, I thought about just making this a completely private ledger system because I think it's going to have so much value, Buttcoins. So just on my Excel spreadsheet, I'd keep it completely private so we could figure out the ownership of all 21 million Buttcoins. But I think we'll put it on the distributed ledger system for people to buy so that everyone can see what Buttcoins that you purchase, including the government. Distributed Buttcoins are the future. I typically like real money like gold and silver, right? But they're just pet rocks. And the biggest problem is silver is the most valued metal on the planet. It has 10,000 uses for solar panels, green energy, batteries, every electronic, every phone that you trade your Buttcoins on, healthcare, photography. It's the most reflective and conductive metal. So that's why it's not valued at anything. It's a really good thing that Bitcoins don't do anything whatsoever, because the argument is if it served a purpose, its value is going to go way down, similar to silver. So I am selling all of my money, silver, for currency, faith-based government tokens, to buy faith-based digital tokens in the private sector and my Buttcoin. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go onto eBay and pick out what color Lambos that I want. I'm thinking purple. So I sure wish I bought my Bitcoins at $20. Now, the problem was when I looked at Bitcoin when it was $20, I was too smart to not go into this scheme, but not smart enough to realize that lots of people are too dumb to go into the scheme. There was a moral issue too, as the only people that make money in crypto or distributed ledger numbers means that they took it from someone else. So I would have had to invest in Bitcoin without the belief system of it because number go up. And same with today, nothing's changed except the price. But the market is always right. Now, if in the next life there's reincarnation and God sends me back, my only request is please send me back with either 50 plus or 50 less IQ points. It's too painful where I'm at right here. And whatever morals that I have, just get rid of those so I can get a Lambo. To the moon! Now, people like Michael Saylor and other Bitcoin philosophers with man buns have said that Bitcoin has been the ultimate inflation hedge. Well, yeah, I guess if it goes from a penny to 144,000 Canadian dollars, that's pretty good when grocery prices have like tripled in that time. Bitcoin was supposed to get away from fiat currency, which is faith-based currency created by governments. Unfortunately, cryptos are also 100% faith-based. Bitcoin is the second biggest Ponzi scheme ever in recorded history, next to governments and fiat currencies. What a really neat time to be alive, hey? Now, I will concede Bitcoin does have some intrinsic value, because if Michael Saylor or somebody buys a Bitcoin for $13 million in the future, and then the next get-rich Ponzi scheme comes into existence and then Bitcoin crashes, or everybody goes into Buttcoin, which I'm hoping that they're going to do, then I would honestly pay to have one Bitcoin. I'd probably pay $5, maybe even $20, to hang it on my wall. Oh, right, can't even hang them on the wall. Just so I can say that somebody once paid $13 million for this Bitcoin. Now, people say the US government's talking about or introduced a bill where they're going to sell some of their gold to do a Bitcoin reserve. Well, I propose a Buttcoin reserve because it has significantly more value than Bitcoin, as it's the same thing, but you also get a picture and a GIF of a cute little cartoon character. I guess if the government does a Bitcoin reserve, then we're going to have to call Michael Saylor God. Or for free, the US government could just go on and for free create a Bitcoin 2.0 and then buy all those because it's the same thing. And then Michael Saylor is shit out of luck. But if we can convince them to buy Buttcoin, it has the image that can't be replicated exactly because AI would create a slightly different one when it replicates and generates an image. Now, if you don't want to retain your own ownership of your own Buttcoin on the Buttcoin network, and you want an extremely volatile and leveraged play of Buttcoin, I'm also going to start a company that's sole purpose is to borrow money to buy more Buttcoin. So Buttcoin's going to go up, and then I'm going to borrow more money to buy more Buttcoin, and then I'm going to buy more Buttcoin with some more borrowed money. I'm going to call this company MicroStrategy. It's just a leverage play on Buttcoin. So when Buttcoin goes to the moon, which it will because I'm going to buy it, because I'm going to borrow money to buy it, which means I can borrow money to buy it, which means I can borrow money to buy it, then MicroStrategy is going to go to the moon times multiples. Now, I feel bad for the people that invested in Tuah Coin. The Tuah girl is someone that you'd want to take sound financial advice from. And then the rug was completely pulled out of the Tuah Coin. So lots of Tuahers that invested in the Tuah lost all their Tuah money. The government, do something, arrest the Tuah. And my response is, no, I'm a free market guy. So you wanted to invest in a Tuah digital token number, that the only thing it has to do with the Tuahs is the name Tuah. And that was your free market decision to do so. But Buttcoin is different. What you want is Buttcoins. But in all seriousness, distributed ledger does have some value, just like a free Excel spreadsheet that you can get, only it would be like a free Excel spreadsheet on a cloud. So you can figure out who has ownership and have those files stored on a distributed ledger instead of a personal ledger. So blockchain or distributed numbers actually do have value. Bitcoin is a prototype of a distributed ledger system and has zero value. It does have a price though, a big one. And again, the market is always right. What is the market? The market is people. What are people? The people have intellectual disabilities. And I really hope that governments, including the United States, sell all the rest of their gold and silver and things that have value to buy Bitcoin, for the simple fact that I think it's going to be even more funny for me. Now, if somebody bought all of the Bitcoins and owned all of the Bitcoins, what would happen? The Bitcoins would revert to their actual value of zero. Just like me on my Excel spreadsheet typing in numbers, I spent all my money on Buttcoins and I own all of the Buttcoins. Now I'm going to trade them for real goods and services. Who's going to take my Buttcoin? Be different if you own, say, all the land on the planet. Well, did you know that land has value and people need land? Or if you owned all the silver, did you know that people are going to still want silver for their medical dressings, for their solar panels, electric cars, and iPhones? So if I owned all the silver, I would be rich. If I owned all the Bitcoins, I would be poor. If the aliens came and procured all of the Bitcoins from everybody, had a price so high that everybody sold it to the aliens would be as stupid as the so-called intelligent beings on planet Earth. I thought you guys said there was intelligent life on this planet. But if the aliens took all the oil, that wouldn't be good. I still need some oil. And if the aliens took all the rice, that wouldn't be good. I still need some rice. Or if the aliens took all the wheat, that wouldn't be good. We still need some wheat. Or if the aliens took all the gold, that wouldn't be good. We still do need gold. If the aliens took all the copper, there'd be no wiring and plumbing in your house. If the aliens took all the houses, there'd still be a demand for somewhere to live. If the aliens took all the dogs, there'd still be a demand and they'd still be able to sell some dogs. But if they had all the doggy coins, not so much. What color do you want your Lambo? Now, if you don't want to be part of the Ponzi scheme and you want an actual inflation hedge, Don't buy Bitcoin, Fartcoin, Buttcoin, or Tuah Coin. We offer a 25-year shelf life freeze-dried smoothie that we invented. So freeze-dried food contains 98% of the nutrition is fresh. In our specialized packaging, it stays fresh in there with all the nutrition for 25 years. Now, countries like Canada are collapsing. Doctors are told to watch out for scurvy. There's 27 cases of scurvy local to me. And food prices have been going up $600 to $800 per year per family. And for 2025, it's projected to go up $800 per year per family. Each one of our smoothies makes an 8-ounce smoothie from a half a pound of pure fruit and is the cheapest real smoothie in Canada, even comparable to fake smoothies like you get at McDonald's. So this is not a Ponzi scheme. It exists in the real world, and we ship it to you, and it's necessary to sustain life. You can't eat Bitcoins, you can't even hold Bitcoins, you can't eat gold, you can't eat silver, you can't eat oil. What you need is real food. You can check out our copia.ca and buy them right from us for the best price, or find out where you can get them. Take care.
To the moon!